Good morning, dear students. Let's understand what is organization structure, and then further in this video I'll help you to explain about the functional structure. So organization structure is a framework under which the managerial and operational tasks are performed. That is, it is a structure which clarifies the superior subordinate relations. It is a structure which clarifies the position of the people, the jobs assigned to them, and it is such a structure which defines the span of management. That is, who will be working under whom, how many superiors will be there, which superior will be heading a team of how many subordinates, and so on. The entire framework of superior subordinate relationships, entire such a structure which is clarifying the job positions, which is clarifying the authority responsibility relationships, and which clarifies the span of management, span of control, that entire framework in which this managerial as well as the actual or the operational tasks are performed, that is called the organization structure. So now let us see what are its different types. A business enterprise adopts an organization structure according to the nature and types of business activities. It can be categorized into two parts: functional structure and divisional structure. So I'll explain you about the functional structure in this video. A functional structure is an organizational design that groups the similar or related jobs together. That is, all the activities, for example, all the activities related to purchasing are grouped together. Similarly, all the activities related to production are grouped together. All activities related to managing the human resources are grouped together. All the activities related to finances are grouped together, and further they are departmentalized, such as purchase department, production department, finance department, human resource department, marketing department, etc. So these departments are created on the basis of functions performed in the enterprise, and all these similar types of functions are grouped under one category, which are named as departments. Such a structure which is working on the basis of the functional departmentalization, that is referred to as a functional structure. For example, Dabur India Limited is one of the top Ayurveda company. Its principal activity is the manufacture and sale of herbal and Ayurveda products for personal care and health. The management team of Dabur India represents and operates various functions of the company, which can be grouped into various departments. Each department is headed by a functional head who reports to the next higher level of management. So in this example, it's quite clear that the organization structure, the functional structure, it clarifies that the departments are divided on the basis of the functions performed in the enterprise. All the similar functions are grouped together and departments are created. Each department is headed by the functional head who further reports to the next higher level of the management. So there is a clear authority responsibility relationship established, and there is quite clarity in which work is to be done by whom. There is no duplicacy of work, and the job positions are clear in the enterprise. We can just see in the on the screen also. Chairman of the company, chairman of Dabur is Mr. Anand Burman. CEO is Mr. Sunil Dugal. And see, now the departments are created on the basis of the functions performed. Marketing department, finance and commercial department, human resource department, quality control department, manufacture and maintenance department, and each department is headed by their managers. So managerial heads are appointed, departmental heads are appointed, who further control the team of people working under the heads. What are the advantages of this functional structure? Functional structure, as I told you, it is divided on the basis of functions performed. Now, purchase department will not do anything, but on routine basis it will carry out the functions related to, it will carry out the activities related to only purchasing. So when people keep on repeatedly doing the similar types of jobs, similar type of tasks, this leads to specialization. It promotes control and coordination within the department, because within the department similar activities are done. Production department will be concentrating only on producing the things and will not interfere between the purchase department or human resource department. So keeping the things, making the things and doing the things repeatedly for years, number of times on routine basis leads to specialization, and it further controls as well as it brings coordination within the departments. It also increases the managerial and operational efficiency due to doing the task on routine basis repeatedly. It also leads to economies of scale. Economies of scale refers to decrease in the cost of production because of large scale production. Now, since the authority responsibility relationships are clear, just see the screen. On the screen, there is an image at the background. This image is clarifying the position. When the positions are clear, which is leading to specialization due to repeatedly doing the task on routine basis. What does it lead? It lead to specialization. And then when the firm grows, with its growth, large scale production could be done, which further leads to economies of scale or reduction in the per unit cost of production. It also facilitates training of the employees, because now the positions are clear. Now everything is clear that what is required, which employee requires training, which department requires training. There is a clarity in this. It also ensures appropriate attention to different organizational functions, because functions are already divided. Which function requires more importance, which function requires more concentration, which function requires more focus, that could easily be understood. Now let us focus on what are the negative points of this functional structure. See, each department is concentrating on its own work. Production department will not interfere and will not be bothered about marketing. Marketing will not be bothered about the purchasing department. Purchasing department will not interfere in the financial department. So this leads to lesser emphasis on the overall organizational objectives, and they are pursued because they are pursued by the functional heads, and people, they concentrate only on their own departments. See, as flashed on your screen, this is a departmental head which is giving an instruction: do not waste time on quality issues, as I want to increase the quantity, or else I would miss the target completion price. So see, this is a departmental head who is concentrating only on his task, only on his department. He is least bothered about the other department. Another negative point is this leads to problem in coordination among different departments, because each department becomes more selfish to achieve its own targets instead of coordinating with the other departments. It may lead to conflicts of interest between various departments when their interests are not compatible, and this leads to problem of inflexibility among the managers. So this is all about the functional structure. I hope that you have clearly understood. In the next video, I'll explain you about the divisional structure.